Hello, my friends. I'm here to talk to you today about mortality. Your mortality. Each moment that passes is a movement of the clock towards our inevitable demise. It's a thought that we try to put into the back of our head, but it's always there, clawing from within. This chronophobia we all have seemingly goes faster and faster until before we realize it, we're 40 and life has seemingly passed us by. Today I want to remind us all of our mortality, or at least a game that wants to remind us all of it. But first, a word from our sponsor, Paid Sideshow Legend.
Do you want to know where I spent the last 8 years? Well, I've been playing this addictive mobile game, of course, even on my Motorola Razr from like 2008. I'm already a level 255. I lived on sticks of butter for 3 months just to get the edge of my friends. And that's a high no heroin can give. So much fun. Now I'm gonna be straight. Walking sims aren't my cup of tea. I loved Among the Sleep for the concept alone, but that's about the extent of my experience. Whoa. Now don't click away yet. Hear me out. Sheesh. I hear Firewatch is awesome, same with Journey on the PS3. But for every one of those, I'm assuming the rest are a bunch of Slenderman games. Now I'm not here to put down the genre. Far from it, in fact. Hell, I bought Hatred for full price. I still play Pokemon Go. I'm currently playing through the Senran Kagura series, even the cooking game. See, we're all guilty of something. However, I think I've got some semblance of common sense. And while I don't claim any fandom or knowledge of the walking sim, I would like to bring your attention to The Graveyard. And that's The Graveyard with little t, big G, and a period on the end for all you hip folks out there. Hitting Steam in March of 2008, it was a game ahead of its time in the sense that it was an indie game that had you doing, well, essentially nothing. While a game that has you doing nothing might come across as self-aware and ironic today, developer Tale of Tales was doing it way back in the day solely for the arts. Oh yeah, and one more thing. This game wants to charge you $5 for the whole experience. Alright, wow, cool, an indie game at $4.99, right? Well, stick with me here and you're gonna see why this is a problem. So unfortunately, this video is going to have a lot of my face, and I apologize in advance. It's not that I want to subject you to it, it's only that there's not a lot to this game that I can show without spoiling it, I guess. If I post the whole thing, I'll end up getting a copyright strike guaranteed, so let's just play it safe and get this out of the way. So once you start the game, you get this basic launcher where you could set things like resolution and key bindings. Not that you'd need such things, because all you're going to do is walk forward. I've also set my graphical quality to fantastic because this game is 11 years old. Once you're all set up, click play and you're plopped into a grandma in a cemetery with the only instructions saying press escape to see instructions or get help. Help, as if you need it. So let's see what these instructions have to say. You walk with her to the bench in front of the chapel. You turn her around and let her sit down. She looks backwards to the bench when she is ready to sit. She sits. When you are done, you walk with her back to the gate, and you both leave the graveyard to quit the game. Press W to walk forward. There's absolutely no way to look around, and Grandma drives like a howitzer. You can deviate off the path, but you're going to get lost and or stuck and have to start over. Unless you somehow get past the human tank controls to finagle your way out of a fix. Eventually you'll limp to a bench where you'll have the grandma pivot around to a point where she wants to sit down. Or as the game will tell you, she'll look backwards when she's ready. Ho, and she'll do it when she's ready. Once Grandma sits down on the bench, all control is lost to the player, and thus the musical portion of the game begins. That's right, the Graveyard's a musical, as seemingly out of nowhere, a song about life and death starts to play. The game was produced by a Belgian company, so I'm guessing this is a rough translation of the song from Belgian. So let's fire up some royalty-free music and go through the lyrics. Auntie Mo, while she was asleep, fell down into a dream and was never picked up again. Look, that's Emma, stillborn. Take care you don't step on her. Her portrait is long lost. From between Jesus's legs, I would like to pluck those webs. I'd like to wipe the sand between his toes. If only I could bend over. I want a cherub made of china. A black marble bedspread. Stone flowers will suffice to keep me nice and warm. Now, the whole time the song plays, Grandma will actually have a fair chance of dying right then and there. In the playthroughs I've done, she's died about 75% of the time. And there's your one fun fact about this game. If she lives, then great. You'll be tasked with limping her back to the gate, presumably to Morgan Freeman waiting to drive her off to a Piggly Wiggly, and either quitting the game or restarting it. At that point, you've experienced the good ending.
Hardly moving. Might as well walk to the Piggly Wiggly.
Now, if she dies, that's a different story. I've got no option to quit. I was just there with her corpse and the ambient noise of the graveyard behind me. I'm not sure if this was meant to be artistic or something, but maybe having to kill the game in Windows Task Manager is the ultimate lesson this game wants to give. But it might be more fashionable to say it's due to age and Windows 10 being a thing. A demo of the graveyard was released on Steam for free without the song, which might be the most ideal way to play this without having to deal with the Steam refund policy. You're essentially paying $5 or $1.24 on sale for the song and the good ending. So take that for what you will. If you really dig the song, well, I'm not going to stop you. With the full graveyard experience clocking in at about 4 minutes, most likely half the length of this video about it, there's a decent chance you might have some buyer's remorse. Thankfully, additional DLC can be found in the game's discussion forums where you'll find such gems as... So in level 5 you go into a huge foggy graveyard. My granny is equipped with a shotgun and some ammo, but I forgot to take a berserk pack to turn around faster, so I could shoot the zombie that appears behind you. Because of this, I get insta-killed with bite attack. Any help? You have to use the orbital love laser. Okay, I managed to beat the SWAT team protecting the back of the cemetery, but I can't beat the husband's vengeful ghost. I used the 50 cal M16 to break the crystals powering his shield, but I don't have enough ammo to kill him. And my other weapons don't seem to hurt him. Do any other weapons work for him? If not, should I replay the final section and try to conserve my 50 cal instead of using it on the SWAT guys? Or is there something like an ammo cache I'm missing? There's a Tesla cannon hidden underneath the bench. You must first use the brass knuckles on the guard dog and search the unconscious body for a shovel. Use the shovel where X marks the spot and say goodbye to the husband's ghost forever. Then proceed to the secret ending where you marry a 20-year-old man who only loves you for your money. Make sure you replay the game later. There's a secret ending if you complete the game with only your fists. Pretty cool. If you don't melee only this game, you're missing out on half the fun. I can't get my Logitech Driving Force GT wheel to be recognized. I think the helicopter Ferrari chase level would be way easy using a wheel. Any feedback on this? Thanks. The developer, Tale of Tales, is still around and still developing weird, artsy, digital experiences. Most of them walking sims as well, and with mixed reviews. Now, I can't really be bothered with looking into all of them besides a cursory glance at the tags and the screenshots to confirm that, yep, they are all walking sims, and also, their website looks like an Oscar-winning movie. Acid on granite, white bubbles, yellow foam, steel wool to clean the rust, scratch away the year and date, and chisel for your own name, for when we come to go. Thanks for watching, you freak.
Toss me down a coin, and I will grant you one wish. As long as you wish to be a few cents